Hi, this is Juyoung Ok reading from my book Word to Word, which is the 118th volume from the Yale series of younger poets. This poem, 10 Words, is from Word to Word, and it's a true story. 10 words. I was not able to hear whispers well as a child, and I worried this would cut short my friendships. At that school, a teacher let us do creative assignments about the origin of our 10 weekly vocabulary words. It seemed important not to ask another child more than once or twice to repeat their secrets. I wrote about the word dire as coming from a town that punished residents with an offering, die or consequence. Many ESL programs use cognates as a bridge, a strategy mostly relevant from European languages. Everyone picked consequence, and eventually the question became dire consequence. Children of parents born elsewhere sometimes overcorrect for their parents' pronunciations. The consequence was comparable to death, so it could be assumed to be always dire. A Spanish-speaking child might mentally remove their parents' E sounds before S at the beginning of a word. My mother's wedding dress was rented, and her mother made Christmas trees of umbrellas. Or a Korean-speaking child might mentally trade their parents' L's and R's in the middle of a word. Another fable I wrote for the word lackadaisical had to do with some lack of daisies. The two children would then alternatively overcorrect the English establish to stablish and establish. I first learned the language at a preschool whose blue napcots and wide slide I remember. Hypercorrection reveals an anxiety around the appearance of knowing and belonging. To tell that story, I first had to tell the schema of daisies and what they had represented. There are distinctions which are difficult to learn about a language from textbooks, manuals, and calendars. I was competent, teachers assured my parents, just silent as I socialized with the other toddlers. For example, it is not obvious I lie like a semicolon across the white bed presents two meanings. When I wore my shoes on the wrong feet for knock knees, classmates followed in reciprocal silence. Reading with language only as vehicle will rarely indicate that lay provides two tenses. When I started talking after several months of teachers' concern, they say I spoke paragraphs.